As Hollywood is mourning the loss of actor Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, new details are now emerging about their sudden demise.
What happens to Gene Hackman's estate after his kids are left out of his will?
The mark of a true investigator is their ability to follow the facts, no matter where they lead. When strange events unfold, assumptions and rumors may spread like wildfire, but the truth hides in the details. This week, the quiet town of Santa Fe, New Mexico, became the center of a chilling mystery. A maintenance worker making a routine visit to the house of legendary actor Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa.
New details emerging from the death investigation of legendary actor Gene Hackman and his wife, classical pianist Betsy Arakawa,
stumbled upon a scene that sent shivers down his spine. The house, once filled with life and laughter, now stood silent, a place where something had gone terribly wrong. A 911 call was made, the worker's voice laced with uncertainty. "Are they awake?" the operator asked. "I have no idea," he responded. "Are they breathing?" "I don't know. I can't go inside. The doors are locked, but I can see her through the window. She's lying down." When officials arrived, they found the front door slightly ajar. Inside, the air was heavy with an eerie stillness. Scattered across the floor were prescription pills, their presence raising immediate suspicion. In the bathroom closet, they made another grim discovery, a lifeless German shepherd. Two other dogs, still alive, wandered the property, seemingly confused by the absence of their owners. A house that holds the dead does not simply stand in silence. It whispers secrets, carrying the echoes of what transpired within its walls. Investigators stepped cautiously through the home, piecing together the fragments of a puzzle that refused to reveal its full picture. When two lives end together, questions arise. Was it a tragic accident? A pact? Or was something more sinister at play? The presence of the deceased dog only deepened the mystery.
Bodies of the 95-year-old actor alongside his wife Betsy, aged 63, and their dog have been discovered at home.
What had truly happened within those walls? Authorities knew that the answers might not be obvious. A search warrant was issued, allowing them to comb through every inch of the house. Their focus sharpened on the scattered pills, the open door, and most importantly, the couple's digital footprints. In today's world, a person's last messages, emails, and online searches can tell a story long after they are gone. The investigation took a deeper turn. Forensic teams examined every room, looking for signs of struggle, toxins, or anything that might indicate what led to this tragic end. Neighbors were questioned, their statements carefully analyzed. Had anyone heard anything unusual? Had there been recent visitors? Every possibility had to be explored. The couple's family and friends were also brought in for questioning. Those who knew Gene and Betsy described them as a devoted pair. Was there any history of illness? Any signs of distress in recent weeks? Slowly, a timeline began to take shape. The role of the German shepherd in this mystery couldn't be ignored. Animals often sense danger before humans do. Had the dog tried to protect its owners? Or had it too fallen victim to whatever fate had befallen them? As days passed, speculation grew. The media buzzed with theories, some outlandish, others grounded in logic. But the investigators stayed focused. Their job was not to entertain theories, but to uncover the truth. One thing was certain homes remember. Walls absorb laughter, pain, and even fear. And if you listen closely enough, a house might just tell you its story. As the investigation unfolds, the world waits for answers. But one question lingers. When two lives flicker out at the same moment, is it ever just a coincidence? The mark of a skilled investigator lies in their ability to follow every clue, no matter how small, and piece together the truth.
City Fire conducted tests and deemed scene safe for deputies to conduct their investigation.
In the case of Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, their last digital footprints may hold the key to understanding what truly happened inside their Santa Fe home. Cell phones are more than just devices. They silently track movement, capturing a person's last moments. Investigators are now looking into when Gene and Betsy's phones stopped being used, and even more crucially, when they stopped moving. This detail could help determine the exact timeline of events. 9 days of silence had settled over the house, like a thick fog, time conspiring to erase the final moments before life slipped away. Based on their phone data, the last recorded activity from Gene was on February 17th, 9 days before the grim discovery. This single fact reshaped the entire investigation, explaining why the bodies were already showing signs of mummification when found. The passage of time had already begun its silent work, preserving a mystery that only careful examination could unravel. There were no signs of carbon monoxide poisoning, a common cause when multiple deaths occur in a home, nor were there any visible injuries. This only deepened the mystery. The presence of their deceased German shepherd, along with 2 surviving dogs, further complicated the case. Had the dog been poisoned? Had it sensed danger before the tragedy unfolded? Investigators examined the scene with meticulous care. Gene was found in the mudroom, his glasses and cane lying nearby, as if he had been in motion before suddenly collapsing. Could it have been a heart attack? A sudden medical event that left him unable to call for help? Betsy's body was found in the hallway bathroom, a place that wasn't even her usual one to use.
Betsy Arakawa's body was found in an open bathroom with prescription pills.
Medications were scattered around her, as if she had been searching for something relief, perhaps, or answers. A space heater had tipped over close to her face, another strange detail in an already puzzling case. Theories began to form. Did Betsy find Gene unconscious and in shock rush to the bathroom? Did she take something in those moments, perhaps an overdose of medication, whether intentional or accidental? Had she been overcome by grief, or was something more sinister at play? The very placement of the bodies suggested a sequence of events, but the truth remained elusive. Amidst the quiet hum of forensic work, one silent witness remained: their cell phones. Their last interactions, the final texts or calls, could reveal what no words now could. Had there been an attempt to reach out for help? Or had the phones gone dark, shutting their secrets away in the digital void? As the investigation unfolds, one thing is clear: homes remember. The walls, the furniture, even the air holds on to the echoes of what transpired. For now, the house remains a silent witness, waiting for investigators to decode its story. The world watches and waits, hoping for answers. But one question lingers in the minds of many. When 2 lives end together under such mysterious circumstances, is it ever truly just a coincidence? Investigators are carefully piecing together the final moments of Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa. Their focus is now on their phones, their last movements, and the digital traces they left behind. Technology often holds answers that the silent walls of a home cannot reveal. Authorities are analyzing their cell phones to determine the last time they were used and if they showed any signs of movement before going still.
Authorities await the toxicology and autopsy reports. Investigators have also found 2 cell phones.
Along with this, security cameras from their gated community and nearby homes are being reviewed. Their house sat on a vast 6-acre property, surrounded by quiet emptiness, making external surveillance footage from neighbors crucial. If nothing else, these cameras might confirm whether anyone else was on or near their land during their final days. Law enforcement officers, including seasoned FBI investigators, are leaving no stone unturned. Every question leads to another. Were there any signs of forced entry? Had anyone visited them recently? Did either of them attempt to call for help? These are the mysteries that the investigation must solve. Initially, when first responders arrived, they considered the possibility of carbon monoxide poisoning, a common cause when multiple deaths occur inside a home. However, tests ruled that out. With no signs of trauma and no clear cause of death, investigators had to consider other explanations. The key to unlocking this mystery might be hidden within their digital history. Their devices could reveal a lot. Text messages, emails, internet searches, each detail might offer a glimpse into what happened. Did they reach out to anyone? Were there any troubling conversations? Had they searched for medical symptoms or emergency contacts? These questions might provide crucial insights. What makes this case even more perplexing is the rarity of 2 seemingly healthy people passing away at the same time under natural circumstances. Could it be possible that Betsy suffered a sudden medical emergency, and in his attempt to help her, Gene collapsed as well. Or was it the other way around? Without clear evidence, these remain only possibilities. The presence of their deceased German Shepherd adds yet another layer of uncertainty. Had the dog sensed something was wrong? Had it suffered from the same unknown cause that took its owners? Meanwhile, the two surviving dogs stood as silent witnesses, unable to tell what they had seen. As investigators dig deeper, forensic teams work tirelessly, analyzing every corner of the home for toxins, medications, or anything that could hint at what transpired. Even the smallest clue, a misplaced object, a half-finished meal, a note could unravel the sequence of events. The medical examiner's role is critical in this case. While they may use scalpels and syringes to uncover medical truths, some answers cannot be found with tools alone. The truth may lie somewhere beyond what an autopsy can reveal. As days pass, the world watches and speculates, but the investigators remain focused. Their job is not to create theories, but to find facts. One thing remains certain: houses remember. Every whisper, every movement, every fading heartbeat is held within its walls. And perhaps, if one listens closely enough, the house will reveal its story. For now, the answers remain buried in silence. But silence, too, has a voice. It only waits to be heard. The medical examiner is set to perform a series of detailed tests to uncover the truth behind Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa's mysterious passing. These tests will determine whether a cardiac event occurred, especially considering Hackman's pacemaker. If his device activated before he collapsed, it could mean he suffered a heart-related issue first. However, this is just one possibility. Betsy will undergo the same rigorous examination, but toxicology tests, which check for substances in the body, take weeks to complete. The world is eager for answers, but time moves slowly in forensic investigations. The biggest question remains: what happened inside the home where the legendary actor, his wife, and their beloved dog were found? With no signs of forced entry or violence, the mystery deepens. Authorities in Santa Fe have stated from the start that there was no foul play. Yet certain details about the case have raised eyebrows. A preliminary autopsy did not immediately reveal a cause of death, leaving investigators to rely on more in-depth testing. In the meantime, speculation runs wild. Social media buzzes with theories, some reasonable, others bizarre. Hollywood stars and fans alike have voiced their opinions, trying to piece together the puzzle from the outside. But the real story is hidden within the evidence data from phones, medical reports, and the silent testimony of the house itself. One of the most telling clues comes from the 911 call. A caretaker, upon entering the home, discovered the bodies and alerted the authorities. Arakawa's body was found first, lying on a bathroom floor near the front door. It was as if the sequence of events had played out in a tragic order, each moment leading to the next in a silent, inescapable chain. When deputies arrived, they examined the scene carefully. Hackman's glasses and cane were found nearby, suggesting he had been moving before something stopped him in his tracks. The medications scattered around Betsy painted another haunting picture. Was she searching for relief? Or had she made a desperate decision? The presence of a fallen space heater near her added another layer of confusion. Could it have played a role in what happened? Their dog, a loyal German Shepherd, was also found lifeless, while two other dogs on the property remained unharmed. What had caused its death? Was it linked to whatever had happened to its owners? Or was it simply an eerie coincidence? Investigators are now looking at their digital footprints. Phones can reveal much calls made, texts sent, searches conducted in the final moments before everything went silent. Security cameras from their gated community and neighboring properties may provide further insight. Could an outsider have been near their home? Or did tragedy strike in isolation, within the walls of their peaceful estate? One chilling detail stands out: both Gene and Betsy were seemingly healthy. It is extraordinarily rare for two people to die of natural causes at the same time. Deputies reported finding Betsy Arakawa lying near a black space heater, which was positioned close to her head. Investigators believe that she may have collapsed, bringing the heater down with her. Scattered across the bathroom counter were prescription bottles and loose pills, adding another layer of mystery to the scene. Not far away, in the mudroom, lay Gene Hackman. At 95 years old, he was found wearing slippers with his walking cane nearby. The way he was positioned suggested a sudden fall. It appeared as if he had been going about his usual routine before something unexpected happened. In a closet near where Arakawa was discovered, deputies found the body of the couple's dog inside a pet carrier. The presence of two other dogs, alive and unharmed on the property, raised even more questions. What had caused the deaths of Hackman, his wife, and one of their pets, while leaving the other animals untouched? Authorities estimated that the couple had been deceased for at least 9 days before they were found. Hackman's pacemaker recorded its last event nearly a week and a half earlier, giving investigators a potential timeline. The pathologist analyzing the case suggested that this date could mark Hackman's final moments. Despite public curiosity, law enforcement has remained tight-lipped. The Santa Fe Sheriff's Office has stated that no further updates are available at this time and no press conferences are scheduled. This leaves the public to speculate on what could have happened inside the isolated home in the New Mexico desert. Several theories have surfaced, each trying to piece together the tragic events. The first suggests that Hackman, at his advanced age, may have suffered a heart attack or another natural health complication.
Cause of death for Mr. Gene Hackman, aged 95 years, is hypertensive and atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease.
Arakawa, in distress, might have rushed to the bathroom, possibly to take medication, only to experience a medical crisis of her own. Deputies collected various medications from the home, including thyroid pills, Tylenol, and a blood pressure drug called diltiazem. These are commonly used to treat conditions such as chest pain and high blood pressure, but it remains unclear whether they played a role in the deaths. Another theory suggests that Arakawa might have experienced a medical emergency first. Given that she was known to be Hackman's caretaker, it's possible that he, despite his frailty, attempted to help her. If he suffered from a sudden episode, perhaps another heart-related event, he may have collapsed before reaching assistance. The search warrant mentions the condition of their bodies, suggesting that the decomposition process may help medical examiners determine who passed away first. However, final conclusions can only be drawn once toxicology results are completed, which may take weeks. While these theories attempt to explain what happened, many questions remain. Why was only one dog affected while the others survived? Could an environmental factor, like carbon monoxide poisoning, have played a role, despite the lack of evidence pointing in that direction? Could a hidden medical condition have triggered a chain reaction leading to their deaths? The house itself stands silent, holding on to its secrets. Investigators will continue to analyze digital data from their phones, home security footage, and medical findings to unravel the truth. Until then, the mystery surrounding the deaths of Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa lingers, leaving more questions than answers. As time passes, forensic experts will work to connect the dots, seeking a resolution that may finally bring clarity to this tragic case. But in the quiet corners of their home, the echoes of their final moments remain, waiting for the story to be fully told. Arakawa's arms and feet showed signs of mummification, while Hackman's body was in a similar condition. The term mummification was specifically used for Arakawa, raising more questions about the timeline of their passing. One of the theories surrounding their deaths is the possibility of natural causes. Given Hackman's age of 95, it is plausible that he may have suffered a heart attack or another fatal event. Arakawa, upon discovering him, may have experienced shock or distress, leading her to the bathroom, where she also passed away. Deputies found scattered prescription medications, including thyroid medication, Tylenol, and a blood pressure drug called diltiazem, which is commonly used to treat heart conditions and chest pain. Authorities have not disclosed who the medication belonged to or whether it was linked to their deaths. Another theory is that Arakawa may have suffered a medical emergency first. If Hackman was in another part of the house when it happened, he might have attempted to assist her. His cane and glasses were found nearby, suggesting he may have been on the move before suddenly collapsing. This raises the possibility that both passed away within a short time of each other, unable to seek help. Despite the sheriff's confirmation that no evidence of foul play was found, speculation continues to spread. Hollywood star Randy Quaid ignited further debate with a controversial post, alleging that Hackman and his wife were victims of a staged crime. He compared their situation to other famous cases, including actor David Carradine, who was found dead in 2009 under mysterious circumstances, and Heath Ledger, who passed away in 2008.
The actor Heath Ledger was found dead today in an apartment here in New York City. He was just 28 years old.
Due to an accidental overdose. However, authorities have found no proof linking Hackman's case to any criminal activity. One theory that was ruled out early on was carbon monoxide poisoning. Investigators thoroughly examined the home, but found no traces of the gas. Many initially suspected this explanation due to the presence of a space heater near Arakawa's head. However, the sheriff's department has confirmed that no carbon monoxide was detected, eliminating this as a possible cause. As part of the ongoing investigation, forensic experts are conducting extensive tests. Toxicology reports, which can take weeks to complete, may provide crucial answers. The medical examiner is analyzing organ samples, looking for signs of any toxins, drugs, or underlying health conditions. While the final results are pending, experts suggest that the timeline of their deaths can be determined by the decomposition state of their bodies. Investigators are also reviewing security footage from the gated community, checking whether anyone else entered the property before their deaths. Given the size of their 6-acre lot, external cameras from neighboring homes might help confirm if there were any unusual movements in the area. In cases like this, digital footprints can provide invaluable clues. Investigators are examining the couple's phones, checking for their last recorded activity. Hackman's pacemaker recorded its last event 9 days before their bodies were discovered, suggesting that they had been deceased for at least that long. If phone data aligns with this timeline, it could confirm when they stopped using their devices, further narrowing down the exact sequence of events. At this stage, many questions remain unanswered. What really happened inside that house? Was it simply a tragic case of two lives ending in close succession? Or is there more to the story? The coming weeks may bring clarity as forensic tests, digital records, and investigative findings come together to unravel the mystery surrounding the deaths of Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa. Authorities ruled out carbon monoxide poisoning after thorough testing. When deputies entered the house, they immediately contacted the fire department and gas company to inspect the air. The results showed no presence of CO or any gas leaks, eliminating that theory from consideration. Another puzzling aspect of this case is the fate of the German Shepherd found inside a closet in a pet carrier. Unlike the other two dogs, which were discovered alive on the property, this one did not survive. Investigators are considering whether the dog was left without food or water for an extended period, leading to its demise. A crucial piece of evidence in understanding the timeline is Gene Hackman's pacemaker. Preliminary analysis revealed that the last recorded event on his device occurred on February 17, 2025. This suggests that both he and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, may have passed away around that time. However, a more detailed investigation is still underway to confirm these findings. Authorities are also examining digital data from both individuals' cell phones. Depending on the carrier and service type, their devices may provide valuable insights into their final moments. Investigators are looking for any movement, texts, emails, or phone calls that could help reconstruct the sequence of events. One of the biggest challenges in this case is determining who passed away first. It's a difficult question to answer, even with advanced forensic tools. Perhaps cell phone activity will shed light on the mystery, or perhaps it will raise even more questions. Like toxicology reports and forensic analysis, this part of the investigation requires patience and precision. Each piece of information adds another detail to the puzzle, but the full picture has yet to emerge.